Hi, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time here, please go down and click subscribe. If you need IT consulting, go to williehowe.com, click that contact form, fill it out. Someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. If you're a return viewer or subscriber, thank you very much. And I do appreciate each and every one of you. Now, what we're going to talk about today is, and no matter what comes out of this, we have to agree that this, yes, the standard cage nut that we are all used to, has served us well for many, many years, but there are so many better options. You've got Rackstuds, and I want to thank Rackstuds for sending these out. These are the red version, the 2.2. These are the blue version. I think these were made for rails that were a little thicker, I do believe. And then they've got a whole new line that are purple and like a maroon color, and I had some of those, but Tim's got them. And then we've got Chatsworth products, Clik-Nuts. And I want to thank Chatsworth for sending this over. You can actually go out and request a sample of those as well. But if you've been around, been watching, you've seen, that we've been dealing with the Rackstuds, and that's what everything so far is mounted with back here in the rack behind me. So we've got that version, and then I'll show you this version, and then we'll take a look at the Clik-Nut, and then we'll install them real quick. And we can you're going to have to use your own, judgment on what you think about them. So, and I haven't opened it. This is actually, I'm just opening it right now, and it might be worth it. So this is definitely interesting. And we'll do some close-ups of these, but this looks like a cage nut, except it's got and the metal is bent, and it goes in the rack from behind. So let's, so here's the traditional one. And man, how many of you didn't ever have the proper tool to install these? So you were frustrated, you wasted your time, your fingertips, garbage. Then you've got the Rackstuds. So, and you can see that this one, and you'll see when we get close up, has a little bit of a thicker cutout for the rack than this red version. So let me get you a close-up of these real quick, and then we'll go over and take a look at putting these in the rack. Over here, we have your traditional cage nuts. And if you don't hate these, you've not used them enough. They tear up your fingers and your patience. Then over here, we have Rackstuds. We've got the smaller version and the bigger version here. And we're going to show you how to put these in, but basically they clip into the rail, the yellow fastener, make sure that they don't come out, and then the black nut screws on. Now, what I like about the Rackstuds is that you can put the equipment in there, hold it with one hand. If you've ever tried to hold a heavier piece of equipment with these, ooh, you know what kind of a workout it is. So then you have the other version here of the Rackstuds. Like I said, there is a newer version than these. But then we have the Chatsworth Clik-Nut. So we're going to take a look at how to actually put all of these in the rack. All right, so here you can see I already have some Rackstuds installed, but I'm going to show you how we install the Rackstuds and then how we install the Clik-Nut. To install the Rackstud, what we are going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to slide it in at an angle. We're going to slide this in at an angle like that. So see how that's in at an angle? And then we're going to snap it in like that. And then we take the retainer and we push it in to keep it locked into place. And then once our equipment is mounted on all four of those, then we screw that in there like that. Now, with the Clik-Nut, we are going to come around to the inside. We're going to come in from the back. But what we're going to do, we're going to come in from the back, we're going to squeeze this together, and we're going to put it through the rack just like that, and that's done. So, I mean, it's installed, but what I like about the rack nut is I have the rack stud, is I have that literally the stud that sticks out that lets me install that equipment one-handed. Now, I will tell you, I have never had what appears to be a standard rack nut go in as easy as this just did. This was too easy. And so I am going to mount some equipment with these and see what I think. Little loose there. Not loose on the rack stud. So we'll just have to see how this all works out. So you'll have to come back and we'll mount some stuff in there and give it a shot. All right, so as you can see, all three of these, you know, if you're a fan of the regular, you know, cage nuts, and you've got the tool, you know, there is a tool that, you know, put them in, take them out, you know, that's cool. Not for me anymore. And you can see that the Rackstuds and the Clik-Nuts both have their advantages and their disadvantages. So tell me what you think down in the comments about these. Which one do you think is going to last longer? Which one do you think is going to hold equipment better? I did reach out to Chatsworth on Instagram to find out if I can find out how much weight the Clik-Nuts can handle, because on the Rackstuds, you're supposed to not put any equipment over 44 pounds per U in there. So it'll be interesting to see. So, and if anybody knows, put it down in the comments. But that's it for this video. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment and share. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you need IT consulting, go to williehowe.com. Fill out that contact form, and someone will be in touch as soon as possible. If you want to support the channel by becoming a patron on Patreon, and thank you to those folks, the link is down below. If you want to buy any of the gear you see here on the channel or use any of the services, we do have affiliate links down below. They don't change your price, but they do kick a couple bucks over to the channel to keep things rolling in. Once again, I want to thank Rackstuds and Chatsworth for sending these products over. I'm Willie. Thank you for being here. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.